registration kit. It's time to ask yourself, why haven't I switched? Unlimited talk, text, and data for $45 a month, no contract. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
The President of the United States or a representative will be speaking on the air shortly.
The following message is being transmitted on all stations, including TV, radio, and MWR, at the request of the United States government and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. This is not a test. To repeat, this is not a test. At this time, a national emergency has been declared throughout the United States, including New York City. At midnight Eastern Daylight Time, the famous Times Square ball in New York City to the countdown of 2017 has suffered major damage to the whole ball. The cause of the damage of the ball was a plane that suddenly got hijacked by an unknown source. A large fire is also being engulfed on top of it, and some glass parts of the ball are being thrown down to the ground like popcorn, causing deaths or injuries to occur. In addition, an unknown airborne virus is spreading from the fire and the explosion of the ball. It is unclear of what the majority of this virus is, or is curable or not. Over 1,000 people have come to the virus. The symptoms of the virus are unknown. However, due to this situation, the U.S. government is ordering all residents with a 10-mile radius of Times Square shelter in place immediately. To shelter in place, do the following. Turn off all lights. Close and seal windows and doors. Turn off heating and air conditioning, and seal cracks to windows and air conditioning with tape, clothing, or damp towels. Again, the U.S. government has ordered a shelter in place for the entire United States and New York City. If you haven't done so already, shelter in place immediately.
You're listening to 717 WNBC, serving the New York City metro area. Emergency programming is, in effect. Please stay tuned to this station for more information. You're listening to 717 WNBC, serving the New York City metro area. Emergency programming is, in effect. Please stay tuned to this station for more information.
Mr. Pop.
You are listening to WNBC, serving the New York City metro area. We have breaking news in New York City. At midnight Eastern Daylight Time, the famous Times Square ball to the countdown of 2017 has suffered major damage and has been destroyed. Now, I can't believe we thought we're gonna have a best New Year ever, and this shit has to happen. Excuse my language. Anyways, the airplane hijack caused it to fall down and crash into the ball. I'm pretty sure that it killed almost all the passengers, including the pilot. And I'm pretty sure that some passengers were able to survive the crash. They quickly pressed the eject the seat button, and their seats were automatically jumped off from the plane, and their parachutes were automatically pulled up to land safely. Now, this is like September 11th, 2001. Where that one airplane was hijacked and caused it to crash into a building. But anyways, let's continue on. Next, an airborne virus is spreading to some locations in the United States and New York City. Oh, hold on. We have an update from the emergency alert system. Please stay tuned for the message.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York Police Department. The situation at Times Square is reported to have escalated. 5,000 more people have succumbed to the virus mentioned in the previous warning, and the virus has intensified. These symptoms now include, but are not limited to, sore throat, nausea, vomiting, blurred vision, fever, chills, headaches, paralysis, muscle spasms, blackouts, blood mixed in with vomit or defecation, and lack of appetite. If you experience any of these symptoms, get to the nearest hospital immediately. The shelter-in-place order has been extended beyond 50 miles. All residents within a 100-mile radius of Times Square need to shelter in place immediately. To shelter in place, turn off all lights. Close and lock all windows and doors. Turn off all heating and air conditioning units. Wear a breathing mask to prevent catching the virus. Make sure you have enough supplies for your shelter, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio. This station will be providing information continuously, so stay tuned to the station for updates on the situation.
Can't hear me. Nope. Mr. Pop. Eat.
It looks like WNBC in Newark City is experiencing technical difficulties. Please tune into another station providing news and information for your area. It looks like WNBC in Newark City is experiencing technical difficulties. Please tune into another station providing news and information for your area. It looks like WNBC in Newark City is experiencing technical difficulties.
To favorite 1010 wins on the all-new Radio.com app. First, you go to the App Store or Google Play for you Android users, search for Radio.com and download the app. Then you make a profile. You can sign in using Facebook, Google, or just an email account. Once you have that set up, search for 1010 Wins by clicking the magnifying glass there at the top of the screen. Select the station, and then press the heart at the top of the screen. That's it. Make sure you have push notifications and alerts turned on so you can get updates on the big stories and events. And it's just that simple. You can take 1010 Wins with you wherever you go. Download us and favorite us on the new Radio.com app.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York Police Department. The people that have succumbed to the virus released by a toxic explosion in Times Square are now rising from the dead and turning into zombies. These creatures are extremely dangerous. If you encounter one of these creatures, run away as fast as you can and get into a nearby structure. If you become bitten by one of these creatures, you will die and turn into one yourself. These creatures can also become attracted to electronic devices. If you have a battery-powered radio, make sure the backlight function is turned off. Board up all windows and doors from the inside to avoid being caught by these creatures. Turn off all heating and air conditioning systems. Put on a mask to prevent catching this virus. Make sure you have food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio with the backlight function forced off. Stay tuned to the station for further updates on this deadly situation.
You are listening to 1010 Wins. The current time is 1:32 am Eastern Daylight Time. The current news is, we have a virus spreading through some locations in New York City. The symptoms of the virus include sore throat, nausea, vomiting with possibly of blood or defection, blurry vision, fever, chills, headache, paralysis, muscle spasms, blackouts, pain or weakness in the joints and or muscles, and lack of appetite. And adding the symptom, violent and or aggressive behavior. Wow, that's rough. Oh, and it looks like we have 4 people visiting us that came from the Times Square place where the ball got destroyed. Would you 4 like to explain what happened tonight on 1010 Wins?
Well, me, Wanda, Perry, and even Lincoln Loud were excited for 2017 to come. So we decided to leave our hotel, call a taxi cab, and we got to the Times Square place, and there were a lot of people getting ready for the new year. But as soon as it reached to 0, we saw the airplane all of a sudden got hijacked by an unknown source, and it caused it to fall down to the ball, and it got destroyed.
Then there was a large fire, and some glass parts of the ball were being thrown out. We had to get out of there as fast as can, back to our hotel in our room. And we watched the news. Then later, an airborne virus was spread to some locations in New York City, and some other locations outside New York City.
But that's not even the worst part. 1 hour ago, when we were asleep, I suddenly heard a growling noise outside the window, and I just saw that what it looked like, a zombie. And I thought it was supposed to appear in movies, TV, video games, and books, but apparently it looked real. That is when I have to wake up both Cosmo and Wanda, and even Lincoln. And we had to lock the doors and windows, and barricade the doors too.
We also had to get our weapons, just in case that zombie tries to break in. We just can't believe this is so awful. We thought we were going to have the best New Year ever, but now, it turned from the best New Year ever to a disastrous outbreak of the year. I just hope we can survive this apocalypse.
So, is that all you 4 have to say beyond this situation on 1010 Wins?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you all are free to go. Hope you all will survive this deadly situation. So guys, from what we heard, one of these people said they saw a zombie, and that's when he and including his pals had to lock the doors and windows, and even barricade the doors too. So we're gonna back off now, and activate the emergency alert system for a new alert. This is 1010 Wins. Please stand by for a contagious disease warning.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York Police Department. The zombie situation mentioned in the previous warnings has worsened. An extremely contagious virus string released by an explosion from the famous Times Square ball has rapidly spread throughout the city of New York and surrounding locations. It is likely that the virus will spread to other locations within the next few hours. Symptoms of this virus include, but are not limited to, sore throat, nausea, vomiting, blurred vision, fever, chills, headaches, paralysis, muscle spasms, blackouts, blood mixed in with vomit or defecation, pain, or weakness in the joints or muscles, and lack of appetite. These zombie-like creatures are causing extreme damage to the area. Because this virus is airborne, the following actions are recommended. Stay indoors, if at all possible. Turn off all heating and air conditioning units. Make sure to have food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio with the backlight function forced off. If you catch this virus and start showing symptoms, you will be quarantined without question. Any and all residents outside New York City hearing this message should also take these precautionary measures. Most importantly, stay calm. Panicking will only make the situation worse. Unruly behavior will not be tolerated and will result in arrest.
Nope. Mr. Pop.
As you may have heard, it seems that locations in New York City and other locations outside of New York City are facing the same infection and these zombified people. We have just received a statement from one of the workers here, that this station will be temporarily closing down as our transmitter will die out, and since the zombies are coming closer to the building, we'll be seeking shelter and get our weapons ready just in case they break in. This is 1010 Win signing off. May God be with you all, and may God be with our blessing beyond our new founding fathers.
You are listening to 880 AM WCBS. For those tuning in from 1010 Wins, 770 AM WNBC, or any other stations in New York City and other locations in New York, a state of emergency has been declared for locations in New York City, other locations in New York, and other locations outside New York. This is due to a zombie apocalypse occurring from a virus that has been spreading throughout most locations in the United States. I have a very bad feeling that this will get more worse as we go on. Wait. What's this? I think it's, oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a national emergency in effect for the United States. For those listening to WCBS, please stand by for an emergency action notification.
We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I say again, this is not a test. Several killings caused by zombie-like creatures have been reported throughout the entire United States of America. An extremely contagious virus originating out of New York City has spread throughout the entire country in less than an hour. These zombies are now roaming all over the United States, and it is believed that the virus will most likely spread to other countries across the globe in a matter of moments. These creatures are attacking the human race. It is expected that more attacks will occur within the next hour. If you become bitten by one of these creatures, you will die in a matter of moments, and become one yourself. To protect yourself from these creatures, all residents of the United States are strongly encouraged to follow these instructions. Stay away from these creatures. Seek shelter in a building with as few windows and doors as possible. Do not use any electrical devices with lights, as this may attract the creatures. Make sure to gather an adequate set of supplies for your shelter, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio with the backlight forced off. It is uncertain how long this event will last. The President will be speaking on all stations shortly. Stand by for this message. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted regular programming at the request of the United States government to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WYSJ. We will continue to serve the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If you are not in this area, you should now tune to a station providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. FH8923 GT82 Jules 3T9 JFW4 HT34 out 789 Wehen 80 RCH08 at 90 R ==
crucial for your survival. Make sure all possible entrances into your home are closed. Turn off all lights and do not look outside. Do not respond to any knocks on doors or windows. Do not panic and stay silent during the duration of this event. Do not interact with anyone outside of your home. Do not exit your home for any reason. Do not confront any unidentified specimens for any reason. Do not attempt to investigate any unusual activity. Stay put and remain calm. If anyone at your home goes missing, do not attempt to find them. This is an emergency alert. The following instructions are crucial for your survival. Make sure all possible entrances into your home are closed. Turn off all lights and do not look outside. Do not respond to any knocks on doors or windows. Do not panic and stay silent during the duration of this event. Do not interact with anyone outside of your home. Do not exit your home for any reason. Do not confront any unidentified specimens for any reason. Do not attempt to investigate any unusual activity. Stay put and remain calm. If anyone at your home goes missing, do not attempt to find them. This is an emergency alert. The following instructions are crucial for your survival. Make sure all possible entrances into your home are closed. Turn off all lights and do not look outside. Do not respond to any knocks on doors or windows. Do not panic and stay silent during the duration of this event. Do not interact with anyone outside of your home. Do not exit your home for any reason. Do not confront any unidentified specimens for any reason. Do not attempt to investigate any unusual activity. Stay put and remain calm. If anyone at your home goes missing, do not attempt to find them.
Oh, I almost forgot.
You're welcome!